Continuing with 2018, paper 2, question 5. We are given a list, and it's the time in minutes taken by 12 students to solve a maths problem, and the values range from 3 up to 15. And just double check that it's all numerical. They are in order here. So the range is the first question, the biggest minus the smallest. The range here is 12 minutes. And the interquartile range, well, interquartile range, if you think median and median, the median of 12, we draw a line in here. Is that 6 and 6? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Always check, because it looks like it's 6, but because of the double digits, it's here. And then the median here will be 9.5 in the middle of those two, but we're asked for the interquartile range, so the median again of what's left will be in here. That will be 6.5. And the median in the second set of 6 in here, so it's the median of the median each time, will be 13.5. So the interquartile range is the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which is going to give 7 minutes here. The next part of this question was, I think, a ridiculously phrased kind of histogram question dealing with interquartile range. So I'm going to jump onto question 6. It was only worth 5 marks. So question 6a, the mean weight of girls' bags was 8.6 kilos, correct to 1 decimal place. Work out the mean weight of boys. So just calculator use here. You could add all these up in 4s if you wanted, and then 3 and 3, and add the remaining 4 answers together, or just type them all into your calculator. Hard to go back and double check all these numbers, so just be careful, add them all up and check twice. I'm getting 122 divided by 4, 14, just double check, 14, and that's giving me 8.72. And then we double check, correct to 1 decimal place, 8.7, and we're dealing in kilograms. Part B, we're asked to use the data in the tables above to complete the following frequency table. So it's weights in kilos, 5 to 6, so single interval kilos, all the way up to 12, just double check, and the number of girls and the number of boys. So let's look at the table again. So have the two things beside each other and then just check them off. So let's start with girls 5 to 6. So there's 1 between 5 and 6. So it has to begin with a 5, and that's the only one that begins with a 5. So there's 1 of them. 6 to 7, 6 point, 6 point. And you can see they are climbing here numerically. So it's easy enough to see now. There's 2 6s. There's going to be 1, 2 7s. 1, 2, 3 8s. You might see here most of them now are 9s. There's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 9s. There's going to be 0 10s and 1 11. Then with boys, we can see here 1, 1, 1. Just take your time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 9, 2 9s, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 10, and 0 11s. And then double check all your answers. Part C, Owen says, so what's he going to state? In general, the girls took heavier bags than the boys. Could be deemed a little bit sexist. But based on the data above, is Owen correct? Let's have a look. So the girls, did they take heavier bags? Well, at this level, they both took 1, so we could eliminate that set of data and say, no, that's pretty even. 7 versus 6 and 4 versus 3 is 10 v 10 at those levels. And then 5 down the other end. For the girls, and it was just 3 for the boys. And you can say, look, I think that's a pretty even spread too. So I would say no, Owen is not correct based on the data. We could expand on that by just saying even spread or even distribution of weight of bags, and that will be enough. Then you're asked, with the table below, draw a histogram to represent the data, and it's based on the length of time taken to get through security. So we have these ranges 0 to 5, they're all 5s. So let's set them up first. We have 6 of them, 3 should be enough. There's 1, 3, 3, 3. So tick them off. Then you have 6. Look at the numbers that we need to use. So we're going from 0, 1 all the way up to 11. So I think 1 bar for each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And maybe just number each 2. 4, 6, 8, 10. If you want to fit them in, you can. Helps you spread them out a bit and give it a 1. So 0 to 5, 5 to 10. You will be a bit neater than this in an exam, I'm sure, than me. Take your time, you have loads of it. Just double check, the last one is 30 to 35. It's not. 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. I left out 20 to 25 on purpose, obviously, just to show you. You can double check your work as you go. It's easy to write something that's not correct in haste. 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. Double check again. 25 to 30. 0 to 5 is 4. You're going to use a ruler to come out to these corners. 5 to 10 is 8. 10 to 15 is 11. 'Bit wobbly. 15 to 20 is 6. Come across some 6. Double check. 20 to 25 is 0. And 25 to 30 is 1. So this is how your histogram will look. You can put the numbers on if you want, and then just double check them. You'll need to put the 0 in and a 1. So something else you would have practiced, mid-interval values. Just write them down here. 2.5, 7.5, 15. Just be careful, it's a different width here. 20 to 30, 25, or just add the 2, divide by 2. 30 and 50 is 80, divided by 2, 40. 75 now, 150 divided by 2, big jump of 50, and 100 to 150, 250 divided by 2, or you can see the midpoint, 125. So we're asked to find the mean amount of money spent. So we have 5 by 2.5, 4 by 7.5, and so on. So just write them out. Don't have to get to the calculator yet. Really just testing your patience here. Very simple maths involved, but can you take your time and write them out? You can write them like this if you want to, save a bit of time, or if you're stuck for space. People are worried now about the scanning of the exams. You do need to fit them in between the lines, not to panic you or anything. And then we have to divide by the total, which are all these. 9, 16, 24, 27, and 3 is 30. So you can just type this straight into a calculator. I don't think there's any need to work them out individually. There's no bonus points for doing that. It's giving me 26.416. It's money. We're dealing in euro, and you'll have to round this to the nearest cent, as you know, with euro. So the answer is going to be 26.41, and then double check it on your calculator. You have loads of time. And I will actually conclude this video at this part. Use the values in the table to estimate the median amount spent as accurately as you can on one of these. Justify your answers. So maybe leave it till the end of the test and come back to it so you have a bit of time. And remember, just in case you forgot, there were 30 students in total. So median and 30. So we imagine the numbers, let's say there's 30, 15, 16. The median of 30 is what lies between the 15th and 16th values, or the 15th and 16th students. So let's look at the 15th and 16th data points in the table. So the first 5, now we're up to the 9th, up to the 16th. So the 15th and 16th are the last 2 data points in here between 10 and 20. Just double check, 5, 9, 16. So the 15th and 16th would be up near 20. Let's say they were 18 and 19 euros. The median will be 18.50. If they were 19 and 20 euros, the median will be 19.50. So you can give an example like this to get full marks for the last part of this question.